Hello everyone, it's Kay back again with another little video for you. I want to talk about my most recent purchase. Oh, I'm so delighted with it, ladies. It's the envelope punch board from the We Are Memory Keepers company. It comes beautifully packaged like this. Picture on the back telling you what to do or how not to do it. All very self-explanatory. I'll go through some bits and pieces with you in a moment, but I have never had such fun with such a little gizmo. It is such a delight. I didn't really think I would invest in one of these, if I'm honest, but I've seen so many things on YouTube. I've had so many little things popping around in my head, and I just decided, yep, I'm going to get it. You will find it on the Handy Hippo site, www.handyhippo.co.uk. .com even. Currently this weekend they had a flash sale, 10% off for 3 days. This is usually £6.49 on the site, which is very comparable and compatible with most other places that you can buy these on. So take your 10% off that. It's bringing it down not insubstantially if you're on a budget, so do go along and have a look. I've checked on the site this morning, they do have them in stock. Ideal Christmas gift. It's not going to break the bank. If you perhaps asked a family member or a partner or husband to do this for you for Christmas, the sale ends I think it's probably tonight at midnight, so you do have a little bit of time. And I would really strongly suggest that if you are intrigued and interested by what you see next, that you make a little investment. It is just utterly amazing. It really, really is. So here is the machine in all its glory. It's very compact, but that doesn't mean you can't use larger paper. You get guides on the machine that tell you card size, the paper size that you need to make your envelope with, and then the score lines that you need to make on the paper to make the actual envelope. And your largest card size here is 6 by 8.5, which is not an insignificant sized card. You've also got all your measurements up here, which denote where you put your score lines in. There's a little scorer guide here, all clearly marked. It's just a little tab, the same colour as this punch area here, and literally all you do is measure once and then use this as your guide for future punches. The finished article looks like this, where you can see the punch marks are beautifully lined up. If it doesn't look like that by the time you've finished all your punching, then unfortunately somewhere you've gone wrong. If I turn this around, you'll see there's a little area here that you can slot the corner of a piece of paper into, like so. And if you just press down quite gently, it actually rounds off a square corner for you, which is ideal if you want to break up the harshness of the severe corners that you get on your paper or card. Tucked away in here is a wonderful little gizmo, which is a scoring tool, which beautifully lends itself to be guided along this line, which is quite a significant groove in the board. The scorer is clearly designed for this very purpose. You would probably get away with a stylus type scorer if you mislaid this, but in actuality, providing you put it back in its designated slot each time, you're not going to come badly amiss with that. So to show you how it works fully, I've got a 6 by 6 standardized piece of paper here from a paper pad. If I look on my little guide here, and I look at paper side, ignoring the card side, and I look at 6 by 6. I then take my paper up to 2 5/8, which is the marker here that they recommend will make an envelope large enough for a 3 by 4 card. And all you do is slot the pointed end of the scorer into the little gap that is there on this side and score down very, very gently and punch. If you have a very patterned piece of paper and this score line is obscured, then I would recommend that you work from the plain side of the paper. You then rotate once, pick up the score line that you've just made. Don't worry about measuring any further because you actually don't need to. I've done this wrong already. Yeah, I have. If that's the centre, hold on. Have I looked at the wrong measurements because my eyes are squiffy? No, no, it's all right. 6 by 6, it is 2 5/8. 2 5/8 down. Score the line. Oh. Line it up. Score again and punch. You see the shape that's indicated here is gradually coming into being. Score again and punch. Line it up and score again and punch. And there you have the makings of your envelope. What I then do is put my harsh angled corners into the reverse cutter, as it's called. Oh, I'm not doing a very good job of this, ladies. It's not complicated, it really isn't. And you'll see that all those 90-degree angles are beautifully taken away. And then to make your envelope, you just fold in the flaps like so. You've got your top bit there, and there is a very, very lovely envelope. You can just jigger it around to have it like a traditional envelope. I do it that way. That first score really wasn't quite right. But there is your envelope. So a little bit of wet glue here, hold it together, then wet glue either on the 2 facing pages or on the back of the envelope to secure. And then what I do is put a little bit of double-sided tape here, and then once your card is in, you can leave that ready for the recipient to peel those off to seal the envelopes. But this comes out right, providing you score it properly, working as I have very quickly. Normally I would take a bit more time and make sure everything's right. You would find that this is completely fail-safe. As long as you follow the instructions and the markers, you will always come up with an envelope to suit your card. So you can actually make your card first, measure it up, look onto the scoreboard here to see which size envelope would best suit it, and proceed from there. But I think that is an absolutely beautiful way of doing. It does facilitate making beautiful little card packs for gifts, or just to add into racks if you send little gifts out to people. Needless to say, you can make cards and envelopes for all occasions. Birth of babies, thank you cards, thinking of you, thank you, whatever you care to think about. Pick your papers, pick your card and go ahead. So that is the Memory Keeper punch board. And you know, I've been crafting a very long time, and I have to say I wish this had been available when I started, because envelope making is not my forte, and this just makes it so simple. You can do several other things with it. You can make bows, you can just really play with it and come up with lots and lots of different things to enhance your craft work. I'll just move this out of the way and then I'll go on to show you some things that I've put together using the board that I really am so happy with. A lot of it comes down to your choice of paper and card and that kind of thing, but needless to say, we all have ideas of what we want to do and who we want to give it to. So this is my last effort, I think, my most recent work with the enveloper board, which I have to say I'm absolutely delighted with. I've made envelopes to match the outside paper, which is slightly glittered. I found these lovely wooden embellishments. Gary, can you just check and see that this is in? I've used she's forgotten. Oh boy, another blonde moment. This is 3 in one day. It's getting tedious now. I can't remember. That stuff anyway that, oh my gosh, glossy accents. There we are, she got there. So I've made envelopes to suit the paper that I used on the front. I've done my little bit of double-sided tape here. I've put a little paper insert inside the card just to leave a little message, and made 6 cards the same with a little box that they all fit beautifully into. And this box is actually from a lady called Pootles, I think it is. I think she might well be a Stampin' Up representative or something of that nature. But these boxes are absolutely gorgeous. They fit the purpose absolutely beautifully. I've used paper on the back and on the front, and then just wound some red organza ribbon around, tied it in a bow, and I think you'll agree that is quite an effective little gift for someone. Even when they've used the cards, they might like to utilise the box for something else. Then this is my first attempt, probably. Yes, I think the first one that I did. Again, I made the box, I put some green organza ribbon around it. I had the Marianne dies, the star, the Christmas bauble, and the sleigh, all of which I think you'll agree are quite festive. I made the point of making sure that whatever I used on the envelope, I also used on the card to give it a more finished effect, but for the purposes of keeping it interesting and having different things to send to different people, I made 2 cards in each of the backing paper designs and just then added Merry Christmas onto them to make the point. Again, they've got the little paper insert inside for messages. I was going to stamp inside, but as it's got the message Merry Christmas on the front, I didn't do that. And then these cards are larger, well, the envelopes are larger, and this is just black cardstock, and you might think, oh dear, black for Christmas, but I think it's very effective. I've used the same backing paper. I found these little toppers and they just happened to be 6 in a pack, and then I made different coloured envelopes just to keep the festive feel going. I am actually very pleased with all of these. I didn't make a box. These are just freestanding individual cards with the envelopes, and it was a breeze to do. It didn't take too long at all. It's just that I'm a bit of a fussy devil and I wanted to soften all the corners. I wanted to put the inserts in. I wanted to put the messages in, and that's the kind of thing that actually takes a whole lot longer to do. Now what I'd like to do, ladies, is offer these 3 sets of cards as a giveaway and a thank you, following on from the bauble video that I did last week, purely and simply because I am very, very appreciative of everybody that follows my channel, everybody that leaves such wonderful comments for me, because without your support and interest it wouldn't be half as much fun to put these kind of things together. So there are 3 sets of cards here. We'll call this card set the first prize or the first giveaway, the second card set the second giveaway, and the loose cards on their own will be the third giveaway. All I'd like you to do is leave a comment under the video to say that you would like one of the sets and why, basically. Do check out the envelope punch board from We Are Memories. I wish you luck with them. I really do think it is a must for every crafter, and I don't say that very often. It just makes crafting and card making so much easier. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I hope you've enjoyed this little introduction to the board and that you take part in the giveaways. Thank you again. Take care, everyone. Happy crafting. Bye bye.